From Aloha Stadium, good afternoon, Aloha Stadium Stars. Television Sports presents the inaugural Chevron State High School Football Championships. In today's quarterfinal game, it's the Kahuku Red Raiders, the OIA champions, taking on the Konawaena Wildcats, the champions from the Big Island. Hi everybody, Jim Oshiro, joined by Coach Darren Hernandez. And you know, year after year, one of the burning questions in the minds of many has been just who is the best high school football team in the state? Well, it wasn't until just this year that a format was finally developed to decide that. 8 teams have qualified for this new playoff system, and beginning today, Coach, we find out just who is the best high school team in the state.
That's right, Jim. I think it's an exciting concept to finally have the true state champion crowned on the field. So it's going to be an exciting football game.
Right now on the field, you see head referee Mike Ushima with the coin toss. Konawaena comes in with a record of 11-1. They went undefeated during the regular season. Kahuku, they come in with a 10-2 record, 10-1 in the OIA Red. This is no doubt a very exciting game, especially for Konawaena. This is, for most of the players, if not all of them, their first time in Aloha Stadium. So an overwhelming experience, no doubt.
Yes, it's going to be interesting to see how the size advantage of Kahuku's offensive and defensive line plays out as the game progresses. Hopefully, if Konawaena can get something going offensively, it'll be a nice matchup.
Well, Kahuku will receive the ball to start off the game. You mentioned the size difference. Kahuku with an overwhelming size advantage over the Konawaena Wildcats. Konawaena will have to depend on their speed today to take on Kahuku. There you see head coach Roy Aukai in his 7th year for the Wildcats, and
doing a tremendous job. And here they are again. The big problem that they're going to have to deal with is going to be number 34, Kalal Latuselu, 5'11", 200-pound senior, ran for over 1,000 yards in the regular season of the Red, and just can be a steamroller once he gets going. I think the key for their defense is to get him out of the game, and hopefully they can get something going on their offensive side of the football to make it close.
Kahuku has said that they will treat this game like any other game. You see head coach Siwaki Levi of the Red Raiders in his 4th year for the Red Raiders. Cloudy day here at the stadium. A few showers maybe in the forecast for tonight, but right now it's dry conditions.
There you see Coach Levi doing a great job. There you see that big bear of a man behind him. That's Garth Sperrier, the offensive line coach. He's in charge of the big boys. They average 6'2", 276 pounds across the offensive front. So they're going to rely on that tonight, Jim.
There's the kickoff. It's a short kick. It will bounce to number 20 of Kahuku. That's Orlando Wong. Wong up to the 30 now. Wong breaking a couple tackles. He's brought down at the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Samisi Uliave of Konawaena. So Kahuku gets the ball first. We'll see how they do on offense. Now, one of the things Kahuku has to watch out for today, and that is the penalties. Now, throughout the season, they've been penalized a lot. They'll have to keep the penalties to a minimum today.
Yes, and also I think Konawaena will have to contend with number 20, Orlando Wong, the all-purpose player of the year in the Red Conference this past season.
Vai Funaki is the starting quarterback for the Red Raiders today. The handoff is to Kalal Latuselu. Whether it's a play action, they have a man wide open down the field. That's Fakalulama Alevao all the way into the end zone. Touchdown Kahuku, and just like that, the Red Raiders are on top.
And more importantly, Jim, no penalty flags. Again, what happened on that play, and we'll see that on a replay shortly, simply a play action pass on the first play from scrimmage. Konawaena was so geared up to stop the run that they had 8 and 9 men across the front, and they just paid for it dearly on a beautiful play action fake.
Well, good fake to Latuselu, had me fooled on that one. And Alevao wide open for that reception. Simon Lee will attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and it is through the uprights. 11:43 left in the first quarter. We're just underway, and Kahuku right on top, 7-0 on the first play of the game.
Kahuku showing their prowess as a passing team.
11:43 left. We'll be back. This is the Aloha Stadium Stars Television Sports.
Here's the Chevron replay. And there you see the play action. And there's Olivao all alone. And it was just a cakewalk into the end zone. Number 6, Garrick Ocasio, 5'7", 160-pound junior, giving chase there. There's Coach Levi. He's got to be happy with this development. I think he's just going to have to continue to be successful on offense, and I think Konawaena just can't let the game get away from them.
Important now for Konawaena to just keep their cool and just play their game today. Coach Alkai already told me that he knows that they're already stepping to another level, so to speak, against Kahuku. All he's asking his kids to just do their best today. There's a kick, a short kick, and a fair catch is called at about the 23-yard line by Eddie Torres.
Well, I think we're going to get a chance to see this spread offense. Again, this spread offense is the exact same offense that the University of Hawaii ran under Paul Johnson during the Bob Wagner era. And again, they go with no tight ends, 2 wideouts, 2 slot backs that are aligned tight to the tackles, and they run that option game.
They'll also work on some counters as well. So we'll see how the speed of Konawaena deals with the speed of the Kahuku defense. Quarterback for Konawaena is Kaimana Lee, a 6'2" senior. Man in motion. And the toss is to Stephen Mahelona. Mahelona will be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He loses a couple of yards down to the 18-yard line. And that's a man, Coach, that Kahuku has to watch for today, Stephen Mahelona.
Mahelona, who ran for over 1,400 yards in the regular season. Here seeing a Chevron replay again. This just a man in motion. He motions to the left side to form a trips formation. They give it on a toss to Mahelona, and nothing doing as a swarm of Kahuku defenders stop him for a loss.
From the shotgun is Konawaena. A quick pass now, complete to Kala Freitas, and Freitas is brought down at the 24-yard line. Tackle made by Kulutusi Milo of Kahuku, as well as Tama Siilata.
Here's the Royal Adventure Travel replay. This is just a quick screen to the slot back. In the shotgun formation, he's going to flip it out there and hope the receiver gets to block the corner. But what happens is the rover comes in and makes a great play for Kahuku.
3rd and 7 for Konawaena. Man in motion. The handoff is to Mahelona. Mahelona trying to get a few yards, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Raymond Malumaleona of the Red Raiders.
Mahelona, 5'10", 205-pound senior. He's a good player. And you see on the Mountain Dew replay here, it's simply a draw play to Mahelona. And nothing doing there as Raymond Manu Maliuna, 6'3", 280-pound defensive tackle, was there on the spot.
So Konawaena will have to punt the ball. It's blocked. And Kahuku will take over at the 12-yard line. Block was made by Jacob Malufau of the Red Raiders. So a big break for the Red Raiders here.
And Konawaena can ill afford to be put behind the 8 ball in such a situation here. Here you see on the all-sport replay, again, a breakdown on special teams. A little bit of a high snap, but Malufau just came storming in and got that block.
Okay, Malufau came in there untouched too. Great quickness there. So Kahuku with great field position. They'll pass on first down. The pass is complete to Orlando Wong. Wong juking now all the way up to the 5-yard line until he's brought down. Tackle made by Michael Navarro.
Well, Jim, when would you think that the first 2 plays from scrimmage from Kahuku would be passes?
Well, I'll tell you, you're used to Kahuku playing that power football game, but they're showing something different today to start off.
I think using Orlando Wong as a receiver has added another dangerous dimension to their offensive package.
2nd and 4, and we'll get a penalty flag here. And we'll see who the call goes against.
There you see Vai Funaki, number 8, the quarterback, a 5'10", 180-pound senior.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, half the distance, remains 2nd down.
So So encroachment penalty called against Konawaena moves the ball up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and 1 for the Red Raiders. From the eye is the Red Raiders. The handoff is to number 44, and that's Douglas Nawahini. Wahini struggles back to about the line of scrimmage.
Nawahini greeted rudely by big number 55. That's Jesse Mahilona, 5'10", 240-pound nose tackle, built low to the ground. Here you see this Jiffy Lube replay. He just gets under the pads. He just sheds the block and makes a tackle in the backfield, just manhandling Nawahini.
No gain on 3rd and 1. Now there's the pitch to Lataselu. Lataselu into the end zone. Touchdown, Kahuku.
And Latuselo on his first carry scores a touchdown.
And just like that, Coach, Konawaena finds themselves down by 2 touchdowns.
Here's the Dietrich Insurance replay. Again, triple option, the fake up the middle to Nawahine, and the pitch out for 3 yards and a touchdown. Latuselu.
Simon Lee will attempt the extra point. There's a snap, the kick is up, and the kick splits the uprights. 14-0 is our score. And Konawaena, Coach, finding that Kahuku is definitely a formidable opponent.
Yes, Kahuku came to play. And I think if you look at it, again, the breakdown on special teams early in the first quarter, that's something that's going to hurt. I think what Konawaena has to do at this point is not panic. They're down 14. It's only the first quarter. Establish their run game. Their last offensive series, they came out in a shotgun and passing mode. They need to establish their run game. There's the Tanioka's seafood replay. And there's that triple option. Vai Funaki running it to a T. And there's Latuselu. Touchdown. Again, Vai Funaki, the younger brother of Kolo Funaki, who quarterbacked the Red Raiders to a couple of OIA championships in his own right.
Jimmy Rivera set to receive, and the catch is taken by Selu Kahele. Kahele has some running room. Kahele all the way up to the 49-yard line into Kahuku territory. Great run back by Konawaena, and they've got great field position to start off.
And that's the break they're needed right there for their offense to get going in this game. They're already in Kahuku territory. Here's the Seafood Village replay again. It's kind of a short kick again. And Sulu Kahele, a 5'6", 170-pound junior, nice nifty return out to the 53-yard line. I'm sorry, the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 for Konawaena. From the Kahuku 48, the handoff is to Calafredes, and he's brought back and dropped back at the 46-yard line.
There's that inside counter play that we were talking about. However, for this, here's the Seafood Village replay. In order for this play to work, you have to establish the dive inside first, and they haven't done that quite yet. This counter play has to be a reaction to the flow of the Kahuku defense.
David Ilidio with the stop there. 2nd and 14. Man in motion for Konawaena. They'll try the option. The pitch is to Mahilona. Mahilona has some running room down the sidelines. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Leonard Peters knocking him out of bounds for Kahuku.
That was a nice block by the receiver out there, the split end. Here you see on the Price Busters replay. Again, this is what they have to do. They run the option, go downfield. Kaimana Lee, big target at 6'2", 185. Mahilona, again, that was a great block out there. They need to establish that outside game with Mahilona. Keep that vaunted offense of Kahuku off the field.
Again, Mahilona, the Big Island single-season rushing record holder. Ran for 1,423 yards this year. Out of the shotgun, and the pass is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Sulu Kahele.
That's that quick hitch pass. Quarterback just takes a 3-step drop and throws it out in that hook to curl area. And that was a nice pass. I think he just tried to run before he had possession.
7:31 left in the first quarter. 14-0, Kahuku on top.
This is a big series for Konawaena. They're going to have to string together a couple of first downs here.
Out of the shotgun. Man in motion now. Lee back to pass. Being pressured now, and the pass is complete. Complete to Jimmy Rivera, but he's dropped at the 45-yard line.
And that's Raymond Manu Maliuma, number 95, a 6'3", 280-pound defensive tackle. Here you see the Midas replay. Again, they try to get Kahuku on the screen here, let their defensive line come in. The problem with that is Kahuku's defensive backs are so rangy, and they're great open field tacklers, and you're not gonna get a screen past this defense.
Jacob Malufao also in on the tackle. 3rd and 18 for the Wildcats. Double wides now to the near side. Lee back to pass, and the pass is intercepted. Intercepted by number 18, Jacob Malufao, and Malufao had to do a little tiptoe dance there to stay in bounds to make that interception.
Jacob Malufao, here you see on the Pepsi Cola replay. Again, Kaimana Lee throwing off his back foot and just floating it in the air. See, the defensive adjustment made by Kahuku is that Kahuku has gone to a 3-man front, and they're only rushing 3. So what happens is there's more defensive backs in the backfield. They're playing that nickel defense.
Funaki with the pass now. Now they're doing a double pass now. Alevao with the pass down to Orlando Wong, and he drops the ball. Wong was wide open for that pass. They did a little double pass there, Coach.
It's a well-conceived trick play. Olivao just kind of floated it. Orlando Wong had his man beat by a couple of strides. If Olivao put a little bit more mustard on that ball, he would have scored.
And I think maybe Wong heard a few footsteps coming as well, so that might have interrupted his concentration for just a moment, but just enough for him to drop that ball.
Tried to run before he had it.
2nd and 10. Kahuku from the eye. There's a fumble now, and Funaki falls right down on it. A little trouble there with the center quarterback exchange, and Funaki able to fall on it.
They see Coach Levi. Here's the No Foods replay. Again, simply Funaki with a quarterback center snap exchange fumble, and that's a 2-yard loss.
3rd and 13 for the Red Raiders. Double wides to each side. Funaki from the shotgun has plenty of time. Pass over the middle, and it's complete. Roland Tupola with the reception, a 6-foot senior.
And Funaki with all day to pass back there. And Orlando Wong was wide open down in the left sideline. Here you see the Hawaiian Airlines replay. Again, Funaki is back there. He's uncontested. He's just picking a spot, and unfortunately his receiver didn't run far enough.
Koku, punt is blocked. And with the ball for Konawaena, Dean Dabina. And doing the block for Konawaena, Kauka Lindsay. And that, Coach, is a big break for Konawaena.
That may be the big defensive play that they needed. Dean Dabina, a stockily built 5'5", 190-pound senior. Johnny on the spot there. And now they take over in good shape.
Kauka Lindsay able to get back in that backfield very quickly to block that punch. So each team has had the punts blocked.
There's a sideline warning on Kahuku, their first sideline warning.
Little sideline warning given to the Kahuku bench by referee Mike Ushima.
Basically, the rule states that only 3 coaches are allowed in that white box area at any one time. No players are allowed in that white boxed area also.
So Konawaena with their biggest break so far. 1st and 10 on the Kahuku 24. Man in motion now. And the handoff is to Mahilona. Mahilona busting his way up the middle. Gets a couple of yards. All the way to about the 22-yard line. Soape Lautaha with the stop there for Kahuku.
Lautaha, number 90, a 5'10", 250-pound junior. Here's the Royal Adventure replay. Again, Konawaena is going to have to establish something on the ground with Mahilona, a big, strong runner. They should be able to do something here.
14-0 Kahuku on top. They scored in the opening drive of the game, a 64-yard touchdown pass. And later on, they scored in a 3-yard run. 2nd and 9 out of the shotgun. Lee throwing long down the sidelines. It's up in the air and it's complete. Touchdown, Konawaena. Pass complete to Kealoha De Silva. And Konawaena is on the board.
Kealoha De Silva, 5'11", 180-pound senior. And that's exactly what they needed. He's been Lee's favorite target this year. Here's the Mountain Dew replay. And there's Kaimana Lee, 6'2", 185 pounds. Nice delivery. And what a snag. That's a beautiful offensive play by the receiver.
Kala Freitas attempting the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 4:37 left in the first quarter. Our score, Kahuku 14, Konawaena 7. But that is definitely a big score for Konawaena. Adds a little bit of momentum to their side. Must be a little bit nervous coming into the stadium and the state championships. But a good morale booster there.
Well, I think they got their early game jitters out of the way now. And I think they'll be able to play football from here on out. Again, those 2 block punts may prove instrumental in this game. Both led to scores by the opposing team.
Konawaena scoring on a 23-yard touchdown pass from Kaimana Lee to Kealoha De Silva. Gave the fans something to cheer about on the Konawaena side. Small numbers, but they're pretty loud today. There's the kickoff, and that kickoff will go out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you, Jim, I think, again, that was a shot in the arm for the Konawaena Wildcats. And if they can put up a couple of nice defensive stands this half and get another touchdown on the board.
On the kicking team, Kahuku has taken the option of a re-kick the 35.
And they'll re-kick this here. But just to finish my point, again, Coach Alkai has to be happy with the way that they've played after that opening couple of drives when they had early game jitters. I think now they've settled down and are ready to play.
Well, easy to get down on yourself after being down by 2 touchdowns very quickly against a very tough Kahuku team, but Konawaena are trying to keep their composure. There's the kickoff, and stepping out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Looked like Leonard Peters.
That's a DJ Navahini. And if Navahini had elected not to field the ball, it would have gone out of bounds again, and Konawaena would have been penalized. Here you see the Mountain Dew replay. And this ball is headed out of bounds, and Navahini elects to field it, and Kahuku now at the 25-yard line.
Kahuku takes over 1st and 10 on their own 26 out of the eye. Handoff is to Lataselu. Lataselu with good blocking up front. Gets all the way up to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Kinoolu Lee for Konawaena.
Also in on the stop was number 52, Darryl Grace, 6'2", 190-pound junior. Here's the all-sport replay. If they can get 10 yards a pop on this off-tackle lead play with Navahini leading up front and Latuselu, and they could change the complexion of this game in a hurry.
First down for Kahuku. Lataselu with the handoff again. Gets up to about the 40-yard line. So after starting off by passing in this game, Kahuku now going back to their conventional power running. And there's the man to stop, Coach. Kala Latuselu.
Kala Latuselu, the heir apparent from of last year's leading rusher, Talamoni, and he stepped right in, and they haven't missed a beat.
2nd and 5 for the Red Raiders. Handoff to Lataselu. Lataselu gets up to the 43-yard line. Tackle made by Kinoolu Lee again.
again, they're going to be content to run Latuselu off tackle and just try to wear down the undersized defensive front seven of Konawaena.
Michael Navarro also in on the tackle. 3rd and a long 3 for the Red Raiders out of the eye with wides to each side. Big play here for Konawaena. And Funaki hit from behind. The ball went out of his hands, but is ruled incomplete.
And that's Willie Roback, a 5'7", 160-pound senior, coming with the weak side blitz. Again, here's the Menehune replay. They're in a 3-4 alignment, and they do a quick play action, and Roback came clean from the outside.
Roback showing great speed there. The punt by Wong. And Konawaena will let the ball drop. It takes a Kahuku bounce and then rolls out of bounds at the 19-yard line. But again, Coach, Konawaena playing great defense. Their defense holds up again against a very tough Kahuku offense.
There you see very close as far as the first downs are concerned. Kahuku with just one more first down than Kona. And I think Coach Levi might be a little disappointed with that last drive. It looks like they had the ground game going. First play, they went for 11 yards. And after that, the Konawaena defense stepped up and forced them to punt.
38-yard punt by Wong with no return. So Konawaena will start off at 1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line. Double wides on each side. Single setback is Mahilona. Lee will run the option. He will keep the ball, and he's brought down for no gain. Tackle made by Raymond Manu Maliuna.
Big Raymond Manu Maliuna, 6'3", 280 pounds, and just a junior. Here you see the Menehune replay. He's coming down the line here looking to pitch, and Manu Maliuna just engulfs him. That's a big man. Look at the size of those guns, and only a junior.
You know, you're used to hearing about the size of Kahuku, but they have got some great speed on their team.
Definitely.
2nd and 11, a loss of 1. Lee from the shotgun. Back to pass now, rolling to his right. He's being pressured now. Lee will throw down the sidelines, and it will be out of bounds. Intended receiver was Kala Freitas. So again, did you see the speed of the Kahuku defense? Great pursuit there by the lineman.
And Lee did well just to throw that one out of bounds there.
3rd and 11 with 2:14 left in the first quarter. The opening game, the quarterfinal game of the 1999 Chevron State High School football tournament. 3 other quarterfinal games are going on today. We'll talk about that in just a second. Double wides on each side. Man in motion now is Kahele. Lee back to pass, being pressured again, and now he dumps it off to Mahilona. Mahilona with a lot of running room. Mahilona with the first down all the way up to the 37-yard line.
That's a well-conceived screenplay. What they did was motion to trips to bring the strong safety over to their right, and then they threw back left. Here's a Jiffy Lube replay, and you'll see Kaimana Lee again orchestrating this play. And there you see Mahilona pretending to block, and they caught them coming on a screen, and it's tough to do.
A lot of blockers up front, too, for Mahilona. 1st and 10 on the 37. There's a little fumble there, and Lee's knee will come down at about the 34-yard line. So the ball mishandled a little bit after the snap by Kaimana Lee.
This offense is predicated on the running back or the B-back and the quarterback to be the best ball carriers. And I think it's interesting because the man in motion, sometimes they're the pitch man on the option, but again, the main workhorse is the single back, and also the quarterback gets a lot of carries in this offense.
You know, as a coach, how do you deal with a team that has so much advantage as far as size and speed on defense?
Again, that's something that you have to continue to just try to have a game plan and stick to it and try to play mistake-free football and try to out-quick them.
Well, Konawaena definitely has some talent. on the outer islands. We don't hear too much information about the outer island teams, but one thing is for sure, they are not short on talent out there.
They got a lot of heart. They play with a lot of heart.
2nd and 13, the handoff, and brought down all the way back at the 29-yard line. Now, there may have been a fumble on that play. We can't really tell.
There's that counter again.
Well, apparently there was a little fumble, coach, on that one.
Well, let's take a look at it in the Dietrich replay again. They try to come back with that counter play, but again, until they establish the fullback dive on the triple option, that counter is not going to go anywhere. And big Aaron Curtis, 6'1", 200-pound senior guard, pulling and trying to lead the play. He saw the fumble and got right on it. So it's a good play. It's a timeout here for Konawaena.
So after that play, Konawaena will talk it over for a little bit. Try to get things on the right page. We have 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Good game so far. $14-0 is our score. Kahuku on top. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Aloha Stadium Stars Television Sports. Back at Aloha Stadium, the opening game of the 1999 Chevron State High School Football Tournament. Here you see some of the fans there from Konawaena. Their team trails right now 14-0. Konawaena faced with a 3rd and 18 situation on their own 29. Double wides on each side. Lee will work out of the shotgun. There's a blitz now, and Kahuku Lee will pass the ball, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver, Jimmy Rivera.
That's that sprint out passing game. Again, Kahuku is going to continue with a steady diet of the blitz, and they're going to have to, the only way they can contend with the blitz is leave a back in, throw some screens, and right now, or a couple of draws, and right now neither idea is working.
That's a bad snap from center, but Ikeda able to get that ball off, and the ball will bounce out of bounds at the 45-yard line. The snap from center, coach, bounced to the punter, Kyle Ikeda, but Ikeda able to handle it and able to get that punt off.
And that's something that you don't usually see as a lineman back there punting. Usually you have a guy who's more athletic, who has good hands, and he can handle the ball, and in case there's a bad snap or a one-hopper, he can pick that up and throw it down the field.
That punt 21 yards by Ikeda. So Kahuku takes over, 1st and 10 on their own 45. From the eye, Funaki back to pass, a quick pass to Orlando Wong. It's complete. Wong able to get up to about the 49-yard line into Konawaena territory until he's brought down. Tackle made by Garrick Ocasio.
There's that quick slant to Wong. 7-yard gain there.
That will be the last play of the first quarter. And there you see our score. 14-0. All right, the 14-7. Kahuku on top. Kahuku scoring 2 touchdowns quickly in the beginning of the game.
Again, neither team able to get their rushing attack untracked, and we'll see if Latuselu can break a couple of big ones. They're going to have him be more influential in the second part of this second quarter if they're going to want to do their game plan, which is to run the clock out.
And if you'd like a videotape copy of any of the high school sporting events done here at the stadium, football, soccer, baseball, we'll contact the Stadium Stars at 486-9557. Great gift idea to give away. There you see the Kahuku bench. Kahuku, the winner of 5 of the last OIA titles.
Great tradition out there in the North Shore. They're consistently blessed with gifted players with a lot of size, a lot of talent. I'd say by far and away they're the most talented team year in and year out in the OIA.
Well, you got no argument for me there. Second and three for Kahuku. Handoff to Lataselu. Lataselu breaking a tackle, trying to get to the outside. He's brought down. Nice defensive play by number 52 of Konawaena. And that's Darryl Grace, a 6'2 junior.
Here's the Tanioka's replay. Again, quick defensive play here. They get Latuselu running laterally, and that's not what Kahuku wants. They want him steamrolling north-south.
Third and 3 for the Red Raiders on their 48. Funaki back to pass, pump fakes now, has a man open down the sidelines. It's Wong, and Wong, the ball just overthrown out of his hands.
And again, you see Kahuku uncharacteristically on 3rd and 3 going with a play-action pass instead of trying to run it up. And here's the Seafood Village replay. Again, Funaki, play action, trying to get Wong down the left sideline and just overshot him.
Well, Kahuku's going to gamble now on 4th and 3. They're going to go for it. Wide receivers on each side out of the I formation. Funaki with the option. Pitch now to Lataselu. Lataselu with lots of running room. Lataselu with room down the sidelines at the 20, at the 10 now. Steps into the end zone. Touchdown Kahuku.
Big play. Tremendous play. No flags on the play. Again, just like the first play from scrimmage when Konawaena had an 8-man, 9-man front geared up to stop the run, this time they assumed that they was going to give it an inside trap either to Navahini or an off tackle to Latuselu, and they saw and fooled them with that outside pitch.
They definitely called the right play. Lots of running room for Latuselu, a 48-yard touchdown run, and Kahuku trying to tack on the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 11:13 left, and Kahuku has padded their lead now. They lead 21-7. We'll check the replay again.
Price Busters replay. Again, it's a fake up the middle to Navahine. Beautiful pitch. And then Latuselu just turns on the Jets. A beautiful block out there. And he just high steps his way. Look at the power and the speed on that man. Kala Latuselu, over 1,000 yards in the regular season, the leading rusher in the Red Conference and the offensive player of the year in the Red Conference. As he goes, so goes Kahuku.
There you see our scoreboard and some of the fans here. Again, Coach, Konawaena, after giving up a score, again, they cannot get down on themselves. They have to just stay composed and run their game.
They have to be patient, and they have to get something going on the ground, try to get the clock moving and get the ball out of the hands of that Kahuku offense.
Lee with the kickoff, and it's taken by Freitas. Freitas up to the 20, to the 21-yard line until he's brought down. So Konawaena will start their offense. 11:08 left in the first half. Jim Oshiro, Coach Darren Hernandez joining you.
Again, Jim, there's a lot of time left in this contest, and I'd hate to see Konawaena come out in a shotgun and think they have to pass every down, because that's going to feed into Kahuku's defensive game plan. They're just going to continue to blitz. They need to try and establish that inside run with Mahilona.
Konawaena comes out with double wides. The handoff to Mahilona. Mahilona with a couple of yards up to about the 23-yard line.
That's that sprint draw. Here's the Midas replay. Again, he lifts the ball up high, and a quick sprint draw, and big Soape Lautaha, 5'10", 220-pound junior, was there to make the stop.
Also Fulutusi Milo in on the tackle. 2nd and 8 from the shotgun with double wides on each side. Lee back to pass, bring pressure now, and he has the ball knocked out, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass. His arm was coming forward when he was hit.
Well, Jim, one thing you can notice about this game and the way that it's going is that when they're in the shotgun, Kaimana Lee likes to stand back there and survey the field and look for receivers. Well, Coach Alkai and his offensive staff, they're going to have to change the launch point, maybe have him roll out a couple of times. Here you see the Pepsi replay, because if he just stands there in the same spot, they're going to get a beat on him. The Kahuku defense will, and they're going to send the farm and sack him every time.
Kahuku with so much speed. Lincoln Manutai with the hit. 3rd and 8. Lee rolling to his right now. The pass is complete to Freitas. And Freitas steps out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. That'll be short of the first down.
Again, Freitas needs to be more aware of where he's at. It's 3rd down. He's running out for a pass. He needs to find the first down marker and make sure that he's across it, not in front of it. Now it brings up a 4th and 1 situation when they had a chance to keep the chains moving and keep Kahuku's offense off the field.
Konawaena will punt the ball away. Leonard Peters and Orlando Wong set to receive. High snap, but the kick is off by Freitas, and it would be taken by Peters. Peters now dancing now to his right now, trying to get to the outside. He's brought down at midfield. Tackle made by number 58 of Konawaena, and that's Lowen Levy.
And Coach Alkai going with a different punter there. Again, number 64, Kyle Ikeda, 5'11", 210-pound senior, was the punter previously, but a couple of high and low snaps, and he found it tough going trying to field it, so they put a more athletic guy back there, Kala Freitas.
30-yard punt. Handoff is to Lataselu. Lataselu gets all the way up to about the 40-yard line. Very close to the first down, but looks like he'll be just about a yard short. So good gain, though, on first down.
Latuselu. Here's the No Foods replay. Again, his real first name is Vakautu Latuselu, and here he is. He's a freight train, and great balance, protects the ball well.
Shane Wong Ewan with the stop. 2nd and 1 on the Konawaena 41 out of the eye. Handoff to Lataselu. Lataselu skips over the line and gets the first down all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Tremendous block by DJ Navahini. 5'8", 200 pounds, built low to the ground, leading interference. That ISO play, it's just a simple ISO off-tackle play with the fullback leading. And there you see 77, Sione Lautaha, 6'2", 250, and Navahini, 5'8", 200. I'll take my chances running behind those two guys.
Well, I would too. So Kahuku moves the chains, 1st and 10 on the 38. And the handoff, and we'll see there's a fumble, ball rolling around on the field, and who's got the ball?
Well, let's see who
Konawaena's
comes out
pointing
of
it,
this.
and Konawaena has it, Coach.
Konawaena comes out of the scrum with the ball. Again, that's just a mesh point fumble. Again, the quarterback and the fullback mesh. Just a fumble there.
Kiniolo Lee with the fumble recovery for Konawaena. So a big break for the Wildcats. I don't know what happened on that exchange. We'll see it here.
Here on the Royal Adventure replay. Again, that mesh point fumble. Actually, it was caused by number 52 for Konawaena, and that's Darryl Gray, 6'2", 190-pounder. And that was a cause fumble. Great job.
Konawaena on 1st and 10. The pass is complete for short gain to Sulu Kahele. And it looked like on an exchange too, Coach, that Navahini maybe held on to that ball when Funaki wanted to pull that ball out.
Again, that whole triple option is based on the read by the quarterback. The quarterback reads the defensive tackle. If he jets inside, then he'll pull the ball and take off with it. So it may have been a communication problem there at the mesh point.
2nd and 9 for the Wildcats on their own 36. Double wides on each side. Play action now is Lee, and the pass is incomplete. Looked like it was in the hands of Freitas, but he dropped the ball.
Again, what makes it so difficult to to run any type of offense against this Kahuku defense is that their defensive backs are tall and rangy and fast. They have good hands. They can run. And that defensive line, I mean, if you look at the inside guys, you got Manu Maliuna at 6'3", 280, and you got Jonathan Mapu at 6'2", 260. Everybody else is around 200, 190, 180, and they all fly to the football.
3rd and 9. Man in motion is Kahele, and whistles go off now, penalty flags. And we'll see what the call here, maybe a delay of game.
Just to expand on that point quickly, you look around and you see in the NFL and college that a lot of teams...
Head ball, delay on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Just to finish that point, a lot of teams will put 2 big anchors on the defensive line, and the other 9 guys will be all runners and hitters, as they call them.
The ball is pushed back 5 yards. It's 3rd and 14 for the Wildcats. Kahele in motion. Back to pass is Lee with the pass now, and it's incomplete, intended for Stephen Mahilona. They were going to try that screen again, but the pass was well short.
Again, a screen pass needs to be set up just like anything else. And if you don't throw the ball down the field, then you're not going to stretch the defense vertically. And so the defensive backs are not going to play deep. And what happens is the defensive backs come up quickly and make plays on the screen.
Well, it looked like Kahuku was ready for that screen also. I think if Mahilona had caught that ball, he would have been bulldozed as soon as he touched it. So 4th and 14, Wildcats will have to punt the ball. Freitas with the punt, and Kahuku will let the ball bounce. It takes a Konawaena bounce. We're going to have penalty flags on the play. The ball is down at the 23-yard line, but we'll see what the penalty is all about.
That may be on the kicking team for not giving the returner enough room to catch the ball. We'll see what the referees saw here.
If that's the call, you have to give him about 2 yards.
Yes, there's
to make
a
the
2-yard imaginary force field around the returner.
Here's Mike Ushima.
It was clipping against the receiving team during the loose ball. 15-yard penalty against the defense from the previous spot.
Wow, it's clipping.
Well, they're saying that as the ball was bouncing around, Kahuku was guilty of a clipping penalty.
And I'm not sure where they're going to spot this. Are they going to spot it at the
clipping against the defense?
Spot of the
15
infraction?
yards, 1st down.
Oh, actually, so they're calling it while it was in the air. So it's a 1st down for Konawaena.
Boy, you talk about a big break for the Wildcats. Forced to punt the ball, and they end up getting the 1st down as well as the ball back.
And there you see the first instance of a Kahuku penalty hurting them. Let's see if they can come back and come on strong here and stop Konawaena.
We mentioned earlier that Kahuku has to watch out the penalties.
There's a cutie.
Boy, she's ready for this game, huh? 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on their own 46. The pitch to Mahilona. Mahilona will be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Will lose about a yard. Great defense by the Kahuku line.
Again, that Kahuku line just pouring right on in. Their size and speed advantage very well evidenced on that play.
You mentioned this is the first game of the quarterfinals. There's 3 other games going on. Later on tonight, St. Louis, the ILH champs, will take on the Waianae Sea Riders. And on the outer islands, on Kauai, Waimea will take on Kailua. And on Maui, Baldwin will take on Farrington.
Those should be very interesting games.
2nd and 12. The pass is down the field, is incomplete.
Again, that looked like a screen, but there was actually, instead of a guy running out and pretending to block so he can catch a short screen pass, it seemed like it was a screen pass with everybody running downfield. That was odd. It was either a poorly constructed and devised screen pass, or the Kahuku left side of the defensive line just came running in uncontested.
Well, Lee saw the pressure coming. He did everything he could just to get rid of that ball. So big play here for the Wildcats, 3rd and 12 on their 44. There's the toss to Mahilona. He fumbles the ball a little bit, and he's brought down all the way back at the 35-yard line. And now they're saying it's a fumble, and Kahuku has recovered the football.
Big play, big play.
David Ely Deal with the fumble recovery.
David Ely Deal, defensive end, 6 foot, 200-pound senior. Here's the Mountain Dew replay. Again, here he is, just squeezes down and just makes the tackle and just rips it out on the ground.
That toss, Darren, was thrown a little bit behind Mahilona, so that's what caused the problems there. So Kahuku takes over in great field position. Play action now. Funaki with the pass is complete to Wong. Wong now coming back the other way. Wong now being pursued. Oh, and a nice block there. Wong still on his feet, breaking tackles. Wong now trying to get back to the outside. He's brought down. So a lot of things went on that play, but oh, did you see that hit?
He is fun to watch. He gained 1 yard, and that was the most, 2 yards. That was the most exciting 2-yard run I have ever seen, or 2-yard pass reception I've ever seen.
Boy, who was driving that bus on that one? My goodness.
That's a lot of fun. Look at this guy. Orlando Wong, 6'1", 180 pounds. He's going to play somewhere in college.
Well, Wong showing his shifty moves. They've used him as quarterback a lot this year as well. Vai Funaki getting the start tonight.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
I guess they had to take Wong out and let him catch his breath after that marathon of a run. Here's the Mountain Dew replay, and again, it's a quick screen to the receiver out here. And here's Wong, Joe Jitterbug, and he's not afraid to run backwards in order to get forward. And we'll see this block right here, a crushing block right there. And that was caught in the Jumbotron, and that'll rattle some teeth and scramble some brains. Let me tell you. And here's Wong, a magician with the ball. Look at this kid. You can't get a clean shot on him. I mean, he's slippery.
We didn't see the number of the guy who made that hit, but my oh my.
But Michael Navarro was the unfortunate Wildcat on the receiving end of that block. 5'8", 145-pound senior.
Well, after all that, too, Coach, Kahuku had a 5-yard penalty called against them, so it's actually 1st and 15 now. There's a fumble, and we'll see who has the ball here on this pileup. And Konawaena has recovered it.
That's a quarterback center snap exchange fumble again. This late in the season, you wouldn't expect to see such a fundamental aspect of the game go awry. And here you see the Mountain Dew replay.
We'll see what happens.
And that's,
here.
Again, a quarterback center snap exchange fumble. You practice this in spring in 2-a-days, and you still can't get it right sometimes. It's more mental than physical.
Well, Konawaena getting another break from Kahuku. Jesse Mahilona with the fumble recovery for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 on the 39. The handoff to Kahele. Kahele gains a couple of yards on that one. And we'll have penalty flags on this play. We'll see what it's who is it against. And I'm not sure what that call is.
Looks like clipping on the defense. And I guess the question you might ask is, how can you clip on defense? Well,
against the
essentially
defense,
there's a free
15
blocking
yards from
zone.
the end of the run. First down.
Let's get the call here. Did he call clipping?
He called clipping.
Again, there's a free blocking zone, an imaginary line on either side, 3 yards on either side of the line of scrimmage. If there's any contact by either team outside of that free blocking zone in the back, it's clipping. It doesn't matter if you're offense or defense.
Well, that clipping call benefits Konawaena. There's a quick pass now to number 9 of Konawaena, Kealoha De Silva, and he's knocked down.
And the Kahuku defensive backs now laying some lumber out here.
Boy, we've seen some awesome hitting in this game.
Here's the all-sport replay. Again, a nice, quick play-action draw.
Lincoln Manutai there.
That was Lincoln. He tattooed him.
Also, Vika Abraham on that stop as well. 2nd and 1 for the Wildcats. Double wides on each side. Single setback is Mahelona. There's a little fumble in the backfield. And we'll see who recovered the football. Looks like Kahuku did, and Kahuku has recovered it. So Konawaena got the ball from Kahuku on a fumble. Now Kahuku gets the ball back on a fumble against Konawaena.
Let's see the mini-huni replay. Again, that's a mesh play fumble where the quarterback tried to take the ball out of the running back's hand. I guess he was trying to pitch the ball down the line of scrimmage, and Mahelona wanted to take the ball and run with it. So early on in the second quarter, a lot of fumbles here.
Soape Lautaha with the fumble recovery. So Kahuku takes over Latuselu with running room. Out to the sidelines now at the 40. All the way up now to the 34-yard line. Great run by Tala Latuselu on first down.
Latuselu is a horse. Look at this guy. What a specimen. Look at the guns on this guy.
Great blocking on the left side for Latuselu.
There's
we
a
see it again.
replay. And there he goes. Look at the calves and stocky legs. What a great block out there by Fakalaloma Olivao. Great balance here. Boy, what a fine specimen.
There's Latuselu with the ball again. Dancing now, trying to get to the outside. He's knocked down.
Wow,
great
nice
defensive
hit.
play. Kinoolu Lee with a big hit on Latuselu.
Kinoolu Lee is going to remember that hit for a long time.
And look at the size difference too, Coach. Lee, 5'6", 135 pounds, knocking down Latuselu at 200 pounds.
Here's the Jeffy Lube replay. Again, this is how you stop Latuselu. Get him to run east-west. And look at that hit. What a great hit by Lee. You know, he's going to tell his grandchildren one day, yeah, I played in the state tournament and I waxed Latuselu for a 2-yard loss on one play. His helmet is still on crooked.
And then they give Lee 30 more pounds. He's actually 165 pounds, but a great hit. Latuselu now with the ball. Jukes to the outside now, all the way up to the 18-yard line until he's knocked out of bounds. Kinoolu Lee knocking him out of bounds for the Wildcats.
And Kinoolu Lee looks like he's trying to get his marbles together there after making 2 tackles in a row on Latuselu. Here's the Dietrich Insurance replay. Again, this is just a counter play where they pull the guard and tackle. What a great block out there in front by number 11, A.J. Smith, a 5'11", 240-pound running back. And Kinoolu Lee making 2 tackles in a row. He needs some rest.
Kahuku, they're in the red zone now. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. And timeout now has been called by Kahuku. And this is starting to turn to a very physical game now between these two champions. There you see the score, 4:12 left in the first half. 21-7 is our score. Timeout on the field. We'll take one too. You're watching Aloha Stadium Stars Television Sports.
I like to sit in traffic. I always look at it as an opportunity to talk to the person next to you. But other people don't see it that way. Lighten up. Just lighten up. You know, we're all stuck in this world together. Make it happy, you know. I don't mind sitting in traffic as long as I get Chevron with Techron. I feel great no matter where I am.
Make your car feel great. Use Chevron with Techron.
It's a party. It's like a tailgate party.
Back at Aloha Stadium, you see the crowd here at the quarterfinal game between Kahuku and Konawaena. Kahuku with the ball on their own 16. A pass play on 1st and 10. It's complete into the end zone. Touchdown, Kahuku by Funaki to Orlando Wong for 6 points. And just like that, Kahuku gets on the board.
I guess that's why they put Orlando Wong at receiver, again, to add another dimension. Here's the Dietrich Insurance replay. And Orlando Wong just runs that fade pattern in the end zone. Just a quick fade. Nice pass, nice delivery. And that they made it look easy.
So a little breakdown in the Wildcats secondary there results in a touchdown. There's the extra point attempt, and it is no good, but we have penalty flags on the play. And it looks like running into the kicker will be charged to Konawaena. Now we get a little bit of drizzle here at Aloha Stadium.
And Kahuku with that wet ball offense.
We had roughing the kicker against the defense, half the distance, repeat the try.
They'll get a chance to try it again. Again, as I was saying, this rain is not going to really affect Kahuku. It may affect them a little bit on their option game, but if they wish, they can just line up in the eye and pound it between the tackles with Navahini and Latuselu.
Well, you see some heads hanging a little bit on the Konawaena side, but they can't afford to do that against this Kahuku team. They're going to try now for 2 points is Kahuku, and they're going to convert on that as Latuselu bowls his way into the end zone. So Konawaena looked like they weren't even ready for that one. And Kahuku adds 2 more points on the board.
And here's the Tanioka's replay. And there again, you see A.J. Smith and Navahini, a combined 440 pounds of blocking back. And there you see Latuselu, a la Deion Sanders and Dennis Rodman and all the other pro athletes warming up on the sideline. You see some future Kahuku Red Raiders. Again, you know, the great thing about areas like Kahuku and Waianae, the players, the little boys in the community, they don't want to grow up and be Barry Sanders or John Elway. They want to be Kala Latuselu, and they want to be Orlando Wong, and those guys are their heroes. A great tradition.
It's good to have heroes coming from your own community. It's always island closeness.
A lot of pride in the programs in those areas. That's why they're good year in and year out. They have pride and tradition.
29-7, Kahuku now leads Konawaena. There's the kickoff. And it'll be taken by Kahele. Kahele all the way up to the 28-yard line, and he's pushed all the way back now. Great coverage, and we have a late penalty flag down on the field at about the 40, so we'll see what this penalty flag is all about.
Well, that was a wall right return, Jim, and what happened was Kahele decided to run to his left, and there was a sea of red jerseys waiting to rudely greet him, and he just didn't run to his wall.
And again, we're going to have clipping called against Kahuku. So this will march the ball forward for Konawaena. 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Against the kicking team during the return, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Again, that's twice that Kahuku has been called for clipping, once on defense and one on the kicking team. And those are kind of unusual penalties. There you saw Coach Levi with a big smile on his face. He must be happy with the offensive production thus far.
Well, he's got the offensive machine working so far. Mahilona with the ball on 1st and 10, and he'll take it all the way up to about the 45-yard line. 3:47 left before the half. Jacob Malufao with the stop.
And Mahilona just has not had the opportunity to get on track. Here you see the Tanioka's replay again, that quick wide receiver screen. They're going to line up Mahilona as a split end, any way to get him the ball, get him a lot of touches since he's your best player.
2nd and 3 for the Wildcats. From the shotgun is Lee. Lee passed the ball, and it's incomplete, overthrown. Intended receiver was Kala Freitas, and an almost interception there by Kahuku.
Yeah, Leonard Peters there. And, you know, again, that ball was thrown a little too late. Freitas was open early, and the old adage in football is do not throw it late and do not throw it down the middle late. And on that time, he threw it late.
Whistles now on the field, and we'll see what this is all about. It's an official's timeout. Kahuku leading 29-7 over the Big Island champions, the Konawaena Wildcats. 3rd and 3. And the handoff is to Mahilona. Mahilona is stopped and still on his feet, though, and gains a couple yards on that one. Good of Mahilona to keep his legs moving on that to gain a couple more yards, but he will be short of the first down.
Yeah, that time, fully 2C Milo, 6'1", 210-pound senior linebacker, did a good job of filling and wrapping up. But Mahilona, again, as you said earlier, did a great job, made something out of nothing, and almost in first down territory. And here they're going to go for it.
Konawaena is going to gamble on 4th and 1. The handoff to Mahilona. Mahilona breaks the tackle, gets all the way up to the 40-yard line of Kahuku. A great burst of speed there, coach, by Stephen Mahilona.
You know, if it wasn't for his own player, Kealoha De Silva, he would have scored. Here's the Seafood Village replay again. 4th and 1, and he breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he could go here. And number 9, De Silva, trying to make a block, just kind of got in his way a little bit.
Great blocking on the left side of the offensive line to open up that big hole for Mahilona. Aaron Francisco with the stop for Kahuku. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on the 38-yard line. Mahilona on his feet still yet, all the way up to the 25-yard line, gets up to about the 23-yard line. So now we're starting to see the Stephen Mahilona show.
Yep. There you see the speed and the balance of Mahilona. Here's the Seafood Village replay. This is just a quick trap up the middle. And again, here's Mahilona proving that he was no fluke as he went for 1,400 yards this season and is proving right now that he can run against a Red Conference team.
Boy, this guy can do so much on the football field. 1st and 10 on the 17. Little counter play now to Freitas. Freitas will get up to the 15-yard line. 1:42 left in the first half. Konawaena trying to punch it in there before the half it ends. 29-7 is our score. You see Kahuku scoring 14 in the first quarter and 15 in the second. Konawaena getting their only score in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Lee will work out of the shotgun. Double wides on both sides. Now a man in motion is Freitas. Lee now back to pass. Has a man over the middle. It's incomplete. Broken up nicely. Jacob Malufau breaking up that pass. I'll tell you what.
Nice play by
If
Malufau.
Lee had completed that pass, that would have been 6 right there.
Here's the Price Busters replay. Again, it's that quick slant. And Lee, with a nice high delivery, gets it over the outstretched arms of the defensive line. And again, Malufau, great play. Again, Malufau has really excelled against passing teams. Again, in the OIA Championship playoffs, he had 3 picks against IAEA. He had another couple of picks in their other games. Really a stopper. In fact, he had that game-winning pick against Kailua in the OIA Championship game, and he's always near the football.
He's definitely been a valuable man for the Red Raiders this year. Timeout has been called by Konawaena. They want to think about it a little bit. 1:10 left in the second quarter.
If you look at the first downs, 8-7, it's very close.
1:10 left before halftime. Kahuku on top, 29-7. We'll take a break. You're watching Aloha Stadium Stars Television Sports. We're back at Aloha Stadium. The quarterfinal game between Kahuku and Konawaena. 1:10 left in the second quarter. Kahuku on top, 29-7. Konawaena facing a 3rd and 8 situation on the Kahuku 15. From the shotgun is Lee. Lee now rolling to his left. His right, rather. Has a man. That's Mahilona, and it bounces in front of him. That'll be incomplete.
He just short hop down. And again, good job of offensive coordinator for Konawaena changing the launch point of the pocket, making sure that Lee's passes are not originating from the same spot every time. However, on that time, again, on that play, good coverage by Malufao. Malufao is not someone that you want to test.
This would be 4-down territory for the Wildcats. They're going to go for it on 4th and 8. They need to get to the 8-yard line for the first down. Double wides on each side, man in motion. From the shotgun is Lee. Big play here for the Wildcats. Pass now is down the field and is incomplete in the end zone. Knocked down by Vaika Abraham. A great defensive play. The intended receiver was Kealoha De Silva. So Kahuku's defense prevails, and they'll take over the ball with 59 seconds left in the second quarter.
Here's the Midas replay. You can see Lee again dropping back in the shotgun, throwing that fade pattern. Abraham doing a great job breaking that pass up, nearly intercepted.
So Kahuku takes over, 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. Funaki now rolling to his left. We have penalty flags now. And we'll see what the call is here. Call will go against Konawaena. Here's the call.
We had a dead ball, substitution infraction against the defense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down. Clock operator, please put 59 seconds on the clock.
Penalty called against Konawaena. And there you see our scoreboard. Kahuku dominating so far.
Again, not dominating in first downs. It's close, 8-7. Kahuku has scored on big plays. A 64-yard pass play to start the game. A 48-yard pitch option play to Latuselu. They've made a lot of yards and scores on big plays.
He's taking advantage of some of the breakdowns on the Wildcat defense. Funaki rolling to his left now. The pass is complete to Wong, and Wong will be ushered out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That will be enough for the first down. So Kahuku moves the change with 54 seconds left.
Here's the No Foods replay. Orlando Wong, Funaki's favorite target, does a great job of getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. In 54 seconds, Kahuku looks like they want to punch another one in.
1st and 10 on the 29. There's a toss to Latuselu. He will pass now. Open down the sidelines is Aleval, and it's complete. Aleval with the reception at the Konawaena 33-yard line.
That's a great job. Here's the Hawaiian Airlines replay. What they do is they call the toss, and Vai Funaki tosses it to Inoke Funaki, his younger brother, the backup quarterback. Halfback pass to Olevao, wide open. And again, Inoke Funaki, the backup quarterback.
And Olivao doing a great job of getting behind Eddie Torres to make that reception.
Also, that pass was underthrown, and he did a great job of adjusting and coming back for that ball.
So Kahuku, they're not happy, apparently, with their lead so far. They want to tap on some more.
Yeah, I think so. With 44 seconds left, and now here, getting close to the red zone, I think Kahuku wants to punch another one in so they can come out in the second half and play their reserves. They know that it's a long playoffs. And there's the cheerleaders.
And if you want any videotapes done here at the stadium, any high school sporting events done here, call the Stadium Stars at 486-9557. Great gift idea, I guess, huh?
Sure is. A lot of memories. Well, the winner of this contest will play the winner of the Baldwin-Farrington matchup that's going on right now as we speak. at War Memorial Stadium in Wailuku.
3 other games to go on tonight, including 2 on the neighbor islands. Funaki now going deep. He has a man open, and it's incomplete. Alivao was the intended receiver, but a great job of knocking the ball down. Eddie Torres of the Wildcats.
Nice defensive play. Here's the chevron replay. And Funaki, a nice tight spiral. He just threw it on the inside.
And I'll tell you what, had Torres not knocked down that ball, Alivao could have just waltzed right into the end zone. He was wide open. Funaki back to pass on 2nd and 10, going deep again to the other sideline now. Orlando Wong is his receiver, and that pass is incomplete.
Again, Funaki with all the time in the world to pass. Here you see on the chevron replay. Nice tight spiral again, and boy, great job, great play by number 8, Eric Rabara, 5'10", 150-pound sophomore.
Also, Garrett Akasio breaking up that play as well. 3rd and 10 for the Red Raiders with 31 seconds left. Wide receivers on both sides. Funaki with a pass to Wong, and it is incomplete.
That's that quick screen to the wide receiver. However, the problem with that, it was very slow in developing. That needs to be a quick screen where the quarterback takes one step, turns, and delivers the ball now. He waited a little bit too long, and the Kona defense was up to the task.
26 seconds left before the half. So Kahuku will go for it on 4th and 10. They need to get to the 24-yard line. It's a high snap. Funaki fumbles the ball, and he falls down on it at the 47. And we're going to have some penalty flags here.
And that'll be a first down. That's a late hit, personal foul, spearing on Konawaena defender. And now that's going to be an automatic first down.
Well, you're right about the penalty on with their coach. So Konawaena gets another chance with 19 seconds left. There's Mike Ushima.
We had a dead ball, personal foul against the defense, but it was after change of possession, 15-yard penalty enforced against Konawaena, but first down.
Well, the penalty was after the exchange of possession. So Konawaena gets to keep the ball.
Yes. They're calling it a fumble and then a late hit in the pile. I don't see a fumble there. I don't understand why, because there was no change of possession there. I guess they're saying it's a dead ball foul. He was already tackled, and so a dead ball penalty cannot be enforced on the end or tacked on to the end of the play.
That was the 3rd and last charge team timeout for Kona for the first half.
Well, with 19 seconds left, Kahuku with 10 first downs, Kona with 7. But the real story, 29 points on the board at halftime and only 7 for Kona. And again, this does not bode well for the second half. And Kona is going to have to probably go to their shotgun passing game and try to have a couple of quick strike scores, and that's going to play into the hands of this aggressive blitzing defense of Kahuku.
Well, we mentioned in the beginning, and speaking of which, we'll talk about this first. The Jeep Aloha Bowl and the Jeep Oahu Bowl will be coming up on Christmas Day. University of Hawaii has a chance to be in one of those bowls.
Yeah, that should be an exciting time to see June Jones and the guys.
But what a turnaround the Rainbows have done this year.
Tremendous job.
Well, 19 seconds left. We'll see what Konawaena does. Lee with a pass and a double pass now to Kahele, and it's intercepted. Aaron Francisco with the pick. So Konawaena trying a little trickery there, and they end up getting burned for it as the pass was underthrown.
Here's the chevron replay again. It's very similar to the halfback pass. This is the double pass. They're going to pass it to the wideout, and he takes a step back like a hitch pattern and tries to throw it down the field, and he just underthrew it. Aaron Francisco, 6'1", 175 pounds. There for the interception.
12 seconds left. Back to pass is Funaki. And Funaki's pass is complete to Orlando Wong at the 30-yard line. That's Inoki Funaki at quarterback for Kahuku.
Inoki Funaki, a 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. Here's the chevron replay. Again, Funaki, what an arm. Look at the ball go down the field.
That's also
and again,
their third
Orlando
and last
Wong.
charge team timeout.
Great
for the half.
job of going up and getting and adjusting to the ball.
And Kahuku really wants to get into that end zone before the half. They just called a timeout with 4 seconds left. And it sounds like, or looks like, they want to make a statement in this game.
I think so, and I think, again, the reason that they want to score here is they want to really shut the door here, come out in the second half, rest their starters for this state playoffs. They don't want the game to come down to a third or fourth quarter struggle. They want to make sure that Latuselu and Funaki and all their starters are well rested and ready for the next game.
Well, they have a commanding lead so far, 29-7. Over really an outmatched Konawaena team. They've got great talent out there, but the size and the speed of Kahuku has just taken over in this game. Funaki will go into the end zone. He has a man open, and it's complete. Leonard Peters with a touchdown for the Red Raiders.
What a strike by Inoki Funaki. Kahuku doesn't have to worry about their quarterback situation for the next couple of years, as Funaki, only a sophomore, again, a 6', 165-pound sophomore, delivering a perfect strike to Leonard Peters. And there's Peters there, a 6'1", 165-pound senior, who also doubles as defensive back.
There's a high snap on the extra point attempt. Lee passes the ball, and it will fall incomplete.
And Simon Lee looking a little bit like Garo Yepremian out there, kicker, trying to get the ball. Here's the chevron replay, and I presume we're going to see the touchdown and not the Garo Yepremian play. And here is Funaki, again, very comfortable in the pocket, delivers that sidearm delivery, and there's the 6'1", the height advantage. Peters, that's 2 feet in. They had two people covering Orlando Wong again, and Peters just got snuck in behind in the back of the end zone.
Well, that was the last play of the second quarter. It's halftime now, and the offense for Kahuku just showing their dominance as far as their size and speed, and Konawaena just having a hard time keeping up.
Well, they got what they wanted. It's 35-7 going in, and I think they can come out and bring their reserves in and rest them up for the next game.
Well, we're at the half. Coach, you'll stick around for the second half. Mike Nelson will be joining you for more play-by-play. For our floor director, Luke Welch, I'm Jim Oshiro. Stay tuned. The second half is coming up. Kahuku leading it 35-7. Stay tuned. Great game coming up. Second half coming up your way.
And we're back. Second half action from Aloha Stadium. Quarterfinal action of the first Hawaii High School State Finals. Our halftime score is the Kahuku Red Raiders 35, the Konawaena Wildcats 7. I'm Mike Nelson with Darren Hernandez, the Fable coach of the Campbell Sabres. And Coach, what'd you think of the first half?
Well, I think the first half proved to be a great job in terms of running the football for Kahuku and mixing it up with the pass as well. So I think, again, the second half, Konawaena is going to have to come out and throw the football, and that's not their game plan, but they're forced to do it down 35-7.
Well, we get set to kick off. There's a man kicking it off for the Kahuku Red Raiders. That's number 17, Simon Lee. Bringing it back for the Wildcats up the middle for a very good gain. That's number 21, Jimmy Rivera, and he gets the ball up in good field position, Coach.
Jimmy Rivera, 5'6", 145-pound senior, built low to the ground. Here you see on the Chevron replay. Again, there's the ball, end over end. Does a great job of fielding it. Biding time, sees a hole, explodes up through it. Great balance. Got to protect the football a little better. And Konawaena, he's a little shaken up on the play, but Konawaena with good field position to start the second half, Mike.
Going to get the ball up to the 38-yard line. The champions of the BIIF, the Konawaena Wildcats, will take over. Start of the second half, trying to get something going so they can get back into this game, down 35-7.
And Konawaena coming out in an I formation now.
Kamina lead a quarterback. He hands right up the middle. Let's see who got that ball there. It looks like that's
Mahilona.
Malilona, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Sulu
Kahele.
Kahele, you're right.
Here's the Chevron Football Championships replay. Usually it's Mahilona back there, number 1, but here is double ones, 11, and that's Sulu Kahele. A change of pace here. They come out with 2 running backs in the backfield for the first time, and it looks like maybe, just maybe, Mike, their game plan will be to try to run the football in the second half in an effort to keep Kahuku's dangerous offense off the field.
Well, they run that spread offense like UH used to run. That is their trademark. Mahilona in that first half had 9 carries, 52 yards.
Yeah, they need to give Mahilona the ball more. There's the flex bone.
Oh, there's a fumble on a handoff, and retrieving the ball for the Wildcats, that was Calafritas.
And the ball on the carpet there, and Calafritas there mishandling it. Here's the Royal Adventure replay. And again, here you see that counter, and Kaimana Lee stuck it in the shoulder pad of Calafritas. He loses it and recovers the football, but they lose 4 yards. And now it brings up 3rd and 9. A passing situation as Lee now will line up in the shotgun.
Man in motion. Back to pass. Adams. See who got that ball. Wasn't exactly sure. That's number 89 for the Wildcats. Justin Lee gets a few yards, but not enough for a first down.
Justin Lee taking a hit from Big 95, and that's none other than Raymond Manu Maliuna, a 6'3", 280-pound behemoth, and he laid a big hit on Lee.
So they only got 2 yards, brings up, no, I'm sorry, they lost yards, brings up 4th and 12. There's the punt. And that's carrying the ball for the Red Raiders.
That's Leonard Peters again, trying to outrun his coverage there and didn't get much.
There's the man that brought him down. Looked like number 27 for the Wildcats, Eddie Torres.
That's Eddie Torres, a 6', 180-pound senior defensive back, a tall, rangy guy running down there on the punt team. And here's our Midas touch, fantastic face of the game, Ante Georgelani over there, looking pretty. And there he is.
Always fun, the Midas touch. We've had him throughout the season.
The formation, it's a 5-yard penalty.
There's Georgelani getting the crowd worked up over there.
Apparently we had a penalty, coach, or something.
There'll be a re-kick situation here. Unusual, Mike, in that the Konawaena is wearing their home green jerseys, and you have two teams wearing their home jerseys here.
A lot of green and red out there. There's another punt. Going to come to rest maybe at the 40-yard line. Bringing the ball down for the Wildcats is Peter Laban. And that's
Well, at the 41-yard line is where the Red Raiders offense is going to set up shop. And again, with a 35-7 lead, if they can score quickly here in the third quarter, you're going to see a lot of reserves coming in and playing for the remainder of the second half, Mike.
So Vai Funaki at quarterback. He's back for a pass. He fires down the field. He's got his man. Oh, my goodness. It's number 83.
Another play-action pass to Fakaloloma Olevao. And again, deja vu, where the first play from scrimmage in the first half went 64 yards for a touchdown. Well, the first offensive possession in the second half, and you see here on the all-sport replay, and that goes 59 yards the other way for Olevao. And Kahuku's pass offense now has been prolific tonight.
Simon Lee for the extra point. Up, hits the goalpost, bounces back. It's no good. And it's going to keep our score. Kahuku 41, Konawaena 7.
There you see the first downs. Kahuku with 13 and Kona with only 7. And again, Kona starting off on the wrong foot, giving up another big play. Here you see the all-sport replay. Again, this is the extra point, and doink, it hits the crossbar, and 41-7 now. Again, Fakaloloma Olevao, he has a 64-yard reception and a 59-yard reception, and both for touchdowns.
Boy, he certainly had a night so far. Early in the first half and early in the second half, big plays for Olevao.
And Olevao, sure-handed, fleet-footed receiver, adds another dimension, and at 6 foot 195 pounds, large enough to break tackles. Here's the Menehune replay again. It's that play action, 8-man on a line of scrimmage trying to stop Latuselu, and Olevao catches it in stride and just outruns Torres to the corner of the end zone. Great balance, keeping himself in bounds, and it's a touchdown.
Calafreitas has the kickoff return, bringing the ball up to about the 26-27 yard line, and the Wildcats will take over from there. What does Konawaena have to do now, Coach? What do they have to do?
Well, at 41-7, you can throw out trying to establish a run game at this point, because that will just eat up the clock, and they have to try to score quickly now. So they're going to have to be forced into a spread-out passing game. You can probably bet that they'll come out in a lot of shotgun in the second half and try to spread the field out in this 4-receiver set.
That's where they're at, but they hand off. Carrying the ball, it's Stephen Mahalona. It's their star running back who broke the BIIF record this year for total yardage, but he didn't get very much on that one.
In fact, he fumbled, and
Kahuku
gets it, and that's big number 90, and that's Soapi Lautaha, a 5'10", 220-pound junior, and he comes up with a fumble, and Kahuku now, already up 41-7, will bring their offensive team back out on the field and looking to add another 6 or 7. This does not bode well for the Konawaena defense.
Boy, it sure doesn't. Vai Funaki back, quarterback, and now there's flags thrown in the air. Is there some movement, I guess? Yeah, encroachment against the Wildcats. It's going to march it closer to the goal line, 5 yards.
Back to the snap. Encroachment against the defense.
And that's not the situation that you want to be in.
Still first down.
You don't want to be 1st and 5 against Kahuku. And there's Coach Aukai there. Got to be concerned with the score 41-7 and his troops backed up in their own territory.
1st and 5, ball on the 24-yard line, and Matuselo is tripped up. Gets a few yards down close to the first down marker, but there's a flag down.
And that's a nice shoestring tackle made by number 32, Taniela Langi, a 5'10", 175-pound sophomore for Konawaena. And we'll see what this penalty is, Mike.
Well, preliminary was holding against Kahuku.
And that'll bring them back. However,
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of foul. Repeat first down.
However, Mike, the way the offense has been moving the football, this is just a dip in the road for them. Here you see the Menehune replay. Again, we can't. I don't know if you can see the holding there, but happened out of our field of screen. But Langi with a nice shoestring tackle for a sophomore. Good looking play by the linebacker.
Handoff, pitch out to Latuselu. He gets close to the first down marker. Now another flag is thrown.
There's that option play, and they run that option to perfection. Vaifunaki, very adroit at handling that option play. Knows just when to pitch it. Preliminary is clipping. And again, getting back to Funaki, again, it takes a lot of practice to run the option. He does a great job, rarely puts the ball on the carpet, does a great job reading the defense. Here's the call.
Head ball, clip against the offense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. It'll be second down.
Well, you got that one, Coach.
And Kahuku going backwards now as they come out in their traditional I formation.
So Funaki fakes like he's going to hand off. Now he's scrambling to throw the ball, and he does get the ball away, and it's picked off. That's number 33 for the Wildcats, Shane Wong Ewan, and he gets down into Red Raider territory.
And that's a big play for the Wildcat defense. Again, an ill-advised throw by Funaki. Funaki tried to do a little trickery in the backfield with a play action. Here you see the Jiffy Lube replay. He does some play action trickery in the backfield, fools no one. Now he's running for his life, and at this point should either throw it out of bounds or take the sack. But foolishly, he just kind of throws it up in the air, and there's Wong Ewan on the spot to make the interception, and hopefully the Konawaena offense now can do something to make a big play and get on the scoreboard here.
Looks like for Kahuku, number 8.
That's Funaki.
Funaki. He's limping off the field or helping him off.
And that's not a good sign. You're up 41-7. Your starting quarterback getting hurt. It shouldn't be happening right now.
So on a 45-yard line, the Red Raiders lead back to pass, and it's caught and fumbled. Sue Kahele had it, and he lost it. And now the Red Raiders have it.
Well, here's your Dietrich Insurance replay, and that fumble picked up by number 27. That's Jerome Nozawa. And there you see Kahele fumbling as he's tackled, and there's Nozawa getting a good bounce.
And there was a flag down.
Undoubtedly, it's going to be on Kahuku. Again, a lot of times, let's hear the call here.
Against the defense during the return, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Again, Mike, a lot of times what happens is when the defense intercepts, they turn into the return team, and sometimes an overzealous defender will block below the waist or clip somebody and nullify a great return on interception.
But Kahuku keeps the ball. Different quarterback in there. And a different running back. Quarterback was Inoki Funaki.
Again,
carrying the ball, Darren, is Marcus Salanoa.
Marcus Salanoa, 5'8", 175 pounds, the backup running back. Here's the Tanioka's replay. And Inoke Funake, just a sophomore, running the show now, getting some reps. That's a nice block out there. Lead block by number 11, AJ Smith, a 5'11", 240-pound load of a man.
Got 9 yards on that play, 2nd and 1. And once again, carrying the ball is Marcus Salanoa. And he got a first down.
And making that stop for Konawaena, number 16, Rudy Makchu, a 5'5", 135-pound senior defensive back. Again, that play, here you see in the Seafood Village replay, that play is a counter trap. And basically, Funaki will open up one way, turn the other, and they call that split flow to confuse the defense. And Salanoa with a first down run.
Ball on about the 35. It looked like there may have been a mishandle by the quarterback, but he gets the ball back. Inoki Funaki.
Again, Inoke Funake showing his inexperience. He hasn't played a whole lot. The quarterbacks has been usually Vai Funaki or Orlando Wong. He has played some, though. He is talented. And there you see Coach Levi with a nice smile on his face. The game well in hand.
2nd and 10, ball on the 36. Handoff. Salanoa again gets maybe a yard or two.
There's that counter trap play again to Salanoa. This time it goes for only a yard. And here you see the Price Busters replay. And number 32, Taniela Langi, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore, in again for another shoestring tackle.
Back to pass and harassed and brought down. Funaki is gang tackled down to the 25-yard line by the Wildcats.
And that's Willie Roback, and that's his 2nd sack of the game, a 5'7", 160-pound senior, Willie Roback. That's the 2nd time, as you see on the Midas replay, that he's come clean off the edge on the weak side. And again, when you do a play action, you leave your quarterback vulnerable to a weak side blitz, and there's Willie Roback with 2 sacks.
Red Raiders have to punt the ball. Calling for a fair catch and dropping it. And it's a fumble. It's loose. He muffed it. But looks like the Wildcats got it back. I think that was 27 there handling the ball for the Wildcats. Eddie Torres.
Well, Eddie Torres recovered Sulu Kahele's muff of the punt. He called a fair catch and then couldn't handle it. I think we're going to get a look at it. Here's the Pepsi replay. And there's Kahele and just muffed it, didn't handle it. Ball squirts loose. There's a scrum for it. And number 27, Eddie Torres, comes up with a nice play for Konawaena.
Wildcat 40-yard line. Pass in the air, but not to be. Pass was intended for Calafreitas. Lee's pass was short.
And defending on the play, number 4, Soane Moala, 5'8", 165-pound junior defensive back. That ball, Mike, looked like it just kind of slipped out of the fingers of Kaimana Lee as he dropped back to pass. It looks like he didn't get his whole delivery into the football.
So that will bring up a 2nd and 10. Again, out, spread out for a pass. One single back for the Wildcats. And keeping it. And getting roughed up, Kaimana Lee.
And Kaimana Lee running the speed option there. Speed option meaning there's no fake to a fullback. He just takes it and the pitchman comes behind him. Here's the No Foods replay again. Lee on the speed option, and his pulling guard, number 72, Aaron Curtis, a 6'1", 200-pound senior, just gets in his way, and they kind of bump heads. They kind of look like the Keystone Cops on that one. And again, Kaimana Lee not happy with the development there on that speed option.
Kind of hung out to dry. He goes back to throw it, and it's caught. And that's Kealoha da Silva getting the ball. And he may have gotten a first down, Coach.
I think he did. Kealoha da Silva, here you see on the Hawaiian Airlines replay, a 5'11", 180-pound senior who's already has one touchdown catch. Did a great job of running past the first down marker, cradling that ball and
first down.
Getting that first down.
It looked like a 13-yard pass, and then a penalty flag was thrown. The Red Raiders once again made a mistake, and the ball is moved down to the 30-yard line. I didn't quite get the call, Coach. Was it holding or?
I think it was a dead ball personal fall, and just added 15 yards on to that.
Pitch out. Trying to get around the corner, but he couldn't do it. Was Stephen Mahalona.
Again, trying to establish that toss sweep to Mahelona, but the speed of the defense, I mean, these guys run sideline to sideline. He didn't have a chance. As soon as he got the ball, a sea of red jerseys. Here's the Chevron replay. And you can see this toss sweep and the defense led by number 91, Levi, there to make a stop.
He lost 2 yards, 2nd and 12, up the middle. Mahalona again, maybe getting 3 or 4 yards, going to bring up a third down situation for the Wildcats.
And on the tackle, number 57, Warner Pukahi. There he is, big middle linebacker. He's a 5'8", 200-pound senior, stockily built for action. When it comes to stopping the run plays in the middle, you want your linebacker to be squatty and strong and stocky, to stick his nose in there and tackle somebody.
3rd and 7. Pass down the middle, diving for it. And number 21 there for the Wildcats, Jimmy Rivera, but not to be.
Jimmy Rivera, 5'6", 145-pound senior. They're running a skinny post. And again, Kaimana Lee, who's attempted a lot of passes thus far, and you can see his hand is wrapped up. He's a little beaten up, and he just kind of short-armed that throw and underthrew it.
The Wildcats, of course, down 41-7. Have to go for it. In the shotgun, Lee fakes a pass. Now he throws across the field. There's a flag down. Catching the ball and running around the sidelines is Kealoha da Silva. Let's see what the flag is, though. It's thrown in the backfield of the Wildcats.
Kealoha da Silva, nice move made after catching the pass. And this one will be an illegal shift, and that will nullify a nice screen pass. There you see Kaimana Lee's hand is taped up there. That's not what you want to see, your quarterback's hand taped up.
Illegal shift against the offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
Mike Oshima, our head ref, and brings the ball to the 32-yard line.
There's Coach Alkai, not happy with the developments, but he can hold his head high. The Wildcats were 10-0 in league play this year. Big Island champions. They've represented themselves well tonight. They've played hard.
Lee trying to set up a screen play. Mahalona again, he gets down to maybe the 25, 26, 27-yard line, but that's not going to be enough for a first down, and the Red Raiders will take over from there, Coach.
And that's actually the same play, Mike. This time they run it to Mahelona. Again, the screen pass, as you see on the Chevron replay. Again, he fakes the pass downfield, Lee does, and then he turns and hits Mahelona with a screen. He needed one blocker to get free there. But there's number 90, big Soape Lautaha, 5'10", 220, and he finishes that play up.
So, Funaki keeps the ball, runs with it all the way down. Looks like he may have gotten a first down. Inoki Funaki.
Tremendous job by Funaki. Again, this triple option play, they fake to the fullback, and he comes around on a quarterback keeper, and he's tough to bring down. He's very shifty. Very tall. Here you see the Chevron Football Championships replay. There it is, the quick fake to the fullback. Fullback wipes out a defender, and here Funaki just does the rest with those shifty moves. Look at that great balance. He takes a big hit by number 5, Kinoolu Lee, who's pasted a couple of guys tonight with a couple of big hits. He's played hard. Again, these Konawaena Wildcats have nothing to be ashamed of. They've represented the big island of Hawaii very well tonight. They've played hard. They can hold their head up as a team. A really good program. Coach Aukai has done a fantastic job there.
Well, he brought out the sticks to measure. They're short by maybe an inch.
And there's Coach Levi.
Talking to him before the game, he said they were all ready to go. Trying to express to him that this is a state tournament game. Red Raiders seemed like they were well prepared for this one.
Yes, they were fundamentally sound. Offense, defense. Couple of breakdowns early on special teams, but I think you can chalk that up to early game jitters.
2nd and 1 inch. Up the middle. To the side. Still running. Still on his feet. Magic Atuaya. Magic made a good run. Made a very magical run.
Magic. That was magic. And Atuaya, 29-yard gain, a 5'8", 160-pounder. Here you see on the Chevron replay, again, they just wall off the right side, and he just moves on down. A nice straight arm there. Great job of picking and finding his way through defenders. 29-yard gain.
Balls to the 34-yard line. Salanoa again getting a few yards.
And here's where the might of Kahuku's ground game is going to begin to take over this game here. And again, it's interesting to watch. And there you see the Kahuku cheerleaders. And they're hoping to get to the championship game in this football inaugural HHSAA football championship playoffs. And there you see Funaki, only a sophomore.
In the eye. Carrying the ball up the middle. Not much on that play. Not sure who got that ball. Trying to see. Who is that?
That's Atuaya. Magic Atuaya.
Again.
And on the tackle was number 31, Willie Roback. He of the 2 quarterback sacks tonight. Doing a great job. Again, Kahuku will be content to run the ball, pile up the first downs, and just continue to let their reserves get some playing time in an effort to polish up their ground game here.
Minute 2 running down here in the 3rd period. Funaki throws down sideline and pass intended for Adam Kammerer.
That's a nice play action. Adam Kammerer had the ball and just kind of let it slip through his hands. Here you see the Chevron HHSAA Football Championship 99 replay. And there you see Funaki in the pocket delivering a beautiful ball. And Kammerer just kind of let it slip out of his hands a little bit. A good effort. That'll bring up 4th and 8, and Kahuku's going to go for it.
4th and 8 on the 32-yard line. Funaki, play action pass, fires down toward the corner, and it's caught.
What a tremendous play.
85 sure was. Vai Napa'a.
That's great.
Vai
Napa'a, 5'8", 155-pounder. And now you see the reserves, and you can see how deep Kahuku is. Their reserves now are coming in and making plays, but hold everything because there's some laundry on the field, some yellow laundry, and that play could be called back.
Eligible downfield under the pass, 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
An eligible man downfield, and again, Vai Napa'a not too happy. That was his moment in the sun there. Here's the Chevron Football Championships replay. Again, a play action to Magic, and it froze the secondary just like magic. And there he hits him in stride. A great catch by Napa'a. But sometimes when you get these young players, you have some mistakes like clipping, holding, and illegal man downfield, Mike.
Well, it brings out 4th and 13. Funaki is going to try another pass. Oh, and it's caught. Same guy. Looks like, no, it's number 89 for Kahuku.
Number
Kenneth
89.
Taua.
Kenneth Taua. 5'6", 140 pounds. Different players, same results. Here's the Chevron replay. Again, virtually no pass rush for Funaki, and he just lets one fly. And this is all she wrote. It's Kenneth Taua, only a junior, and at 47-7, you can close the books on this one.
Lee's kick is blocked. So that will keep our score at 47-7 with 31 seconds left here in the third period. There you see our score. There you see the first downs mounting up for Kahuku, 16-8.
Again, doubling up the number of first downs here. In the beginning of the third quarter, it was much closer. In fact, Kahuku held only a 9-8 advantage in first downs. And now you see the reserves of Kahuku. They have so much talent on this team. And there you see the players congratulating their man over there, Taua. Doesn't get to play a lot, not a starter. Gets his chance. Look at him, a little guy. 5'6", 140 pounds. And there you see Funaki. He could have eaten a sandwich back there. He had so much time. And he just lets this one go on a rope to the back of the end zone. Taua beat everybody deep, and again, what can you say? It's 47-7. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, just the overpowering offense and defense of Kahuku has caused this game to get out of hand at this point.
Well, there's the kick to the Wildcats, carrying the ball for them. Once again, it's Calafreitas, and he gets down to about the 30-yard line. And you can't dismiss the season. Of course, Konawaena has had a great season, going undefeated in their league.
Exactly right, Mike. You cannot take anything away from these guys. They're scrappy. They're tough. They came to play. They're playing very hard. There's Coach Aukai. He's done a fantastic job. Teacher and a coach, a role model in the community. Done a great job. The Wildcats, they'll be back to play another day.
Minor Lee, play action fake. Fires a pass. That's caught by Sulu Kahele. He gets to about the 32-33 yard line.
And Sulu Kahele, he's a little fire plug. Number 11 at 5'6", 170 pounds.
Only a junior. He'll be back next year.
Yes, they lose Mahilona and Kaimana Lee, their two best offensive players, but a lot of the nucleus of this team returns, so we can expect them to have another good season next year. And there you see again the disparity in the first downs are starting to mount. And there you see the line score, 14, 21, 12.
And we're going to take a break. Our score is 47-7. We'll be back.
Well, that's the hardest thing about a road trip, is deciding where the best place is going to be for the conditions. Usually there's a little bit of argument about, oh, no, it'll be way better here. No, trust me, this is the spot. It's always, no, is it going to be epic? Is it going to be huge? Is it going to be small and junky? After that, wheel into the Chevron, get the cooler loaded up with goodies, tank up with some Techron, and we're revved and ready to go.
For a great ride, use Chevron with Techron.
Oh, dude.
And we're back here, start of the fourth period. Kahuku on top of the Konawaena Wildcats 47-7. Konawaena has the ball on the 33-yard line, their own 33-yard line, and we'll get set to go. Konawaena lead, a quarterback for the Wildcats in the shotgun. Hands off, up the middle. Well, look at this. Stephen Mahalona, their leading rusher, broke the record this year with over 1,400 yards in BIF. Got a big gain on that one, Coach.
That's a great job. Again, it's a 22-yard gain for Stephen Mahalona, 5'10", 205-pound senior. As we mentioned before, the Offensive Player of the Year in the BIIF. A great job here. He switches the ball like a good running back, uses great field vision, uses his off arm to ward off tacklers, and 22 yards later, they got a first down.
Lee back again, throws, pass intended for Calafreitas again, but he couldn't get to it.
You see that play action. They did a play action to Mahalona after busting loose for 22 yards on a draw. They come back and fake the draw and had an open receiver and just kind of underthrew him.
Kahuku, providing they should win, and as it looks they may here, will play the winner of the Baldwin-Farrington game going on right now.
As we speak, they're playing.
Lee back again, being chased. Now he throws over the middle. Mahalona again gets the ball. That may be enough for a first down.
Mahalona with a first down here. Here's the Royal Adventure replay. And it's a play action to Mahalona, and then Mahalona rolls the same way as Lee, the quarterback, hits him in stride, a 12-yard gain. Again, Mahalona and Lee playing essentially against the reserves of Kahuku now.
Ball gets down to the 32-yard line of the Red Raiders, and Lee throws a pass toward the end zone. It's caught. It looks like it's caught.
Down at the 1-yard line. What a tremendous grab by number 21, Jimmy Rivera, 5'6", 145 pounds. I think all the guys that make big plays on this team are 5'6". Here's a Mountain Dew replay, and look at he sold out for that ball, stretched out, and tremendous play. What a grab.
What a catch by Rivera, and now the Wildcats can possibly get their second score of the game. We have 10:37 left to go here. On the 1-yard line, up the middle. That's Mahalona. Did he get a touchdown? Let's see what the referees say. I don't think he did.
Well, no signal yet from the referees, which means his forward progression was stopped short. Mahalona would like nothing better than to score a touchdown here, his senior year in the state championship playoffs.
He had 23 touchdowns during the regular season.
Tremendous play. And making that stop again, Warner Pukahi, 5'8", 200, and big Raymond Manu Maliuma, 6'3", 280.
Well, they tried again, Mahalona. He tries to reach out and get a touchdown, but I don't think he got it there either.
And again, who should come in and foul up the play but number 95, big Raymond Manu Maliuna, 6'3", 280 pounds. Look at the size of this guy. He's big, he's bad, he's rugged. The Mountain Dew replay, he will not be blocked, and he's just a force in the middle of the line. And now it brings up 3rd and 1 on the 1, and they're going to have to find a way to block Manu Maliuna if they're going to try to go up the middle.
Well, they try to go to the outside. Lee tries to keep it himself, but I don't think he got it again, no.
A tremendous job by the Kahuku defense by stringing out that play. And there you see number 94 for Kahuku, and that's Stephen Kumai, a 6'1", 200-pound junior. And now the juniors, the reserves are stopping them. And here's the replay, the all-sport replay. And a lot of these guys are reserves, and they're doing a tremendous job. Again, Warner Pukahi, number 57, in on the tackle. And number 6, Alma Jean, who would make my all-name team. Alma Jean, a 5'8", 165-pound junior. So again, Coach Levi, and there's Coach Beatty, the defensive coordinator, with the black hat, telling them what they have to do to execute this 4th and 1 play, this goal line stand. Again, there you see Kona has gotten 2 first downs to make it 16-10, and they'd like to change that goose egg in the 4th quarter. That's 0 there. They'd like to have another 7 or possibly more tacked on. And again, this is a big play. Again, this is for pride. This is for the mana of the neighbor islands right here, the Big Island pride right here. They want to score. They want to get one in. It would be nice if Mahilona could get it, a senior. And they come out with a 2-back formation.
There it is. Mahilona gets it. He gets the touchdown. You have Big Island pride.
There we go. Mahilona on 4th down gets a touchdown, and you got to like that. A young man who has done so much for that program. Again, the Offensive Player of the Year in the BIIF. Over 1,400 yards, 23 touchdowns. Coach Alkai got to be happy with his charges there. They're playing hard. They're not quitting.
Calafritas with the kick to hold. Eric Rabara. Flag down. And Mahilona, his coach, says he works out on his own, does his own conditioning. Very proud of that. Offside against Kahuku. He's going to break the kick a little shorter.
Prior to the snap, encroachment against the defense, half the distance, still on a try.
Getting back to Mahilona, you can tell that he's a well-conditioned athlete. You can see the muscularity in his arms and legs, the fluid motion of his running style. You can tell that he's put in some extra time in the weight room and on the track.
Snap, hold, Freitas kick. Well, it just got over, but it counts. They got the extra point, and that makes our score Kahuku 47, Konawaena 14 with 8:44 left here to go in the 4th period, and that was a little impressive there, Coach.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that extra point kick that doesn't have to be pretty. As long as it gets over the crossbar, it still counts as 1 point, whether it sneaks over by an inch or booms through it. And again, there you see 47-14, and Konawaena now might be thinking about a onside kick. Here you see the all-sport body quencher replay. And again, they just spread everybody out with a 2-back formation. It's just a zone blocking play to the left, a quick give, a quick dive, and Mahilona scores. And speaking of Hawaii, the Big Island and the blessing is coming down right now. As you can see, a lot of rain, and that rain has been falling on and off all evening, but now it's falling at its strongest at this point right now.
A lot of umbrellas popping up and people heading for cover. But we continue play. There's a little scooch kick by the Wildcats, trying to get the ball back best they can. The 45-yard line. Number 10 for Kahuku. That's LeGrand Gu recovering for them, and they will take over at their own 45-yard line.
LeGrand Gu also would be on my all-name team. And there's Mahilona. Nice haircut. You gotta love a man with a shaved head.
Coach, he looks like you. Hey.
Well, here we go. It's 47-14, 8:42 left in the game. Inoke Funaki bringing the troops out. Let's see what they got here.
In the eye, Funaki, hands off. Again, number 13, Marcus Salanola, and bringing him down was number 55 for the Wildcats. That is Jesse Mahilona.
Big Jesse Mahilona, 5'10", 240 pounds. There you see him. He just sheds the center and just makes a nice tackle for loss, and it kind of rolls over on the victim, on the ball carrier. It's a submission wrestling move there.
He lost 3 yards. 2nd and 13. Looked like a busted play. Running with the ball is Funaki. He gets a few yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, short gain.
That was a busted play, Mike. Again, they tried to get that counter play going. Here you see on the Jiffy Lube replay, Funaki had no one to hand it off to and said, whoa. And now he has to take it himself and does a good job of getting outside.
Referee puts a towel on the ball to keep it dry. We're back out. 3rd and 7 on the 48. Funaki fakes, keeps, pitches out. Getting the pitch for the Red Raiders is number 20, Orlando Wong. Mr. Legs.
And that is not Orlando Wong, Mike. That's a different number 20. That's Travis Paca. And actually, this guy is up from the JV.
Whoa.
Again, the JV just took 2nd in the OIA. They lost 14-13 to Waianae. And Travis Paca, again, 2 number 20s. And that was a 20-yard gain.
On the offense.
That will be
15 yards from the spot of fall.
Coming back, apparently a clip on the Red Raiders. This has been a problem all year long for them, penalties.
Here's the Dietrich replay again. Funaki, there's that option. And there you see the youngster, Travis, breaking some tackles. You can tell he's JV. He doesn't even have a sticker on his helmet yet.
Funaki, long pass on the sideline. Oh, my goodness. It was in his arms, and he couldn't come up with it. Again for the Red Raiders, number 29. That is number 29. I have no number 29, but he had a chance at it.
That's another up from the JV player. Right. I don't have his number at this point, but again, a great job. A nice spiral thrown by Funaki.
Well, nice punt down to the 5-yard line, returning the ball for the Wildcats. Number 21, Jimmy Rivera, but that was a nice kick.
Well, the Red Raiders emptying their bench, a lot of youngsters playing, a lot of up from JV players with the number. I just wish they would give us a roster so that we could identify those young kids. I'm sure that their parents would appreciate it if we would say their names after they make a nice play. But unfortunately, again, that they must have just gotten called up for the playoffs from the JV since the JV season is over.
All about the 12-yard line. Lee throws over the middle and it's caught. Running down the sidelines, Calafreitas again. He's got a 1st down.
Calafreitas catching that pass out in the flat. Here you see the Tanioka's replay. Kaimana Lee, bandaged hand and all. And there's Calafreitas stepping out of bounds there. There's a lot of fight in these guys, Mike. They're not giving up. They're trying hard. They really showed themselves to be courageous and fearless.
Lee throws down the middle. It doesn't look like the receiver was looking for the pass. Stephen Mahalona kind of turned around and the pass went past him.
Lee was forced to let that ball go faster than he originally had planned. Again, he was waiting for Mahilona to turn around on a hook pattern, but there was heat coming from his right, and he had to unload the ball quickly. Well, there's 6:28 left in the ball game now. It's all academic at 47-14, and the Wildcats just trying to muster another score or two, just giving it the old try.
Man in motion in the shotgun, Kamana Lee, and now there's a flag down. I don't think they got the play off in time. Looks like a delay in the game. And you're right, Coach. It's just a matter of time. 6:27 left here. Illegal procedure. Okay, that's the dead ball foul.
Dead ball. Ball start on the offense.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
So they march back 5 yards.
Here's the replay. We can see who jumps. Oh,
The
and the
center.
center. Yeah, that center did that
Trying to fake them out.
that psych job. Double snap there.
2nd and 15. Lee throws it. I don't know if that was caught or not. It was, Jimmy Rivera had it in his arms. And now there's a flag down.
The wide receiver screened that time.
Let's see what they call. Apparently against the Wildcats. Mike Gushima, our head ref, talking it over with the Red Raiders. Now he picks the flag up.
No indication yet. Here comes Mike Ushima.
Against the offense, the penalty is declined. Third down.
Clipping is declined. That clipping penalty was on big number 71, James Kahuku, a 5'11", 270-pound senior. He just got somebody in the back there.
3rd and 13, ball on the 26-yard line. Up the middle, Mahalona gets down to the 35-yard line, but not enough for a first down. He'll be about 4 yards short, bringing up a 4th down.
And that draw play has been the best play for Mahalona tonight. And here you see the Price Busters replay. And that draw play again has been good as gold for Mahalona. Finally brought down by big number 50, Kukui Kahuku, 5'11", 180-pound senior.
Third and 5, ball on the 35.
Here's a fake punt, but that's going to come back because of a penalty.
Sulu Kahele is the one that got the ball.
They may call illegal formation. Let's see what Mike Ushima is going to false start.
Wow. And they had a good play going.
It says 3rd and 5, but I believe it says 4th down on the field, and that's a 5-yard penalty, so it'll bring up 4th and 10 now.
On the offense, 6 men on the line of scrimmage, 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
Okay, so it is an illegal formation with only 6 men on the line of scrimmage.
Gotta have 7.
And there's Coach Alkai covered up and probably a little discouraged by the mental errors that his team has made. And again, flags fly.
Well, let's see what it is. False start. Let's go another 5 yards back. The green and white.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
We'll do it. We'll try it a 3rd time here.
And this will give Kahuku good field position. 5:05 left in the ball game.
Freitas kick. Nice little spiral. That's brought down by Leonard Peters. He gets down to what? The 48-yard line, 47-yard line. That's where the Red Raiders will take over in Wildcat territory.
And there's Peter Laban, 5'11", 190-pounder, ushering him out of bounds. And there you see again 4:51 remaining, and Basically, Mike, Kahuku has dominated this game from the first play up until this point.
And now we have a Wildcat. Looked like he may have jumped offside. Not sure whether he's drawn off. He slammed his hands to the ground. And that's what it was. Still fighting these guys. You know, they make mistakes, but they're still frustrated, still trying to do the best they can.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
1st and 5 now.
And we've got a number 14. We don't have him on the roster either, quarterbacking for Red Raiders. Another flag.
That's another up from the JV guy.
Well, now we're going to go to 5 yards back the other way. We're going to be back where we were a few minutes ago.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
A couple of guys out there with new jerseys up from the JV, and we just got to call them Brada and Cuz, I guess.
Brada, number 14, I guess. He's the quarterback in there, and he keeps it and he pitches out. And we have his number. That's Marcus Solano. He's number 13. We have that one. He gets a few yards.
I mean, this is a fun time for Kahuku, basically emptying the bench, putting their JV players in. You know, this really is great for team morale. It's great for the experience factor for the JV players to come in and get this kind of exposure and playing time.
2nd and 5 on the 42. Number 14 hands off. Up the middle. And getting the ball, I hope we have his number. That's 26. Yeah, we have that. Oh, that's Magic Atuaya.
And on the other hand, Mike, this is not a very fun time for Konawaena, as with 3:54 left in the game, they want to get out of Dodge at this point. Here's the Midas replay. And there's Atuaya. And Langi on the stop again, number 32.
3rd and 2 on the 39. Handoff to the left side.
There's the load.
A.J. Smith.
A.J. Smith, 5'11", 240 pounds of block-busting fullback. And he refused to go down. He just rumbled for 25 yards.
Just a junior. He'll be back next year. Yeah, you're right, Coach. He's a big one, 240 pounds. You know, following this game will be the St. Louis Crusaders versus the Waianae.
That should be a good game.
Yeah.
Here's the Pepsi replay. Look at A.J. Smith. Look at the size of his legs. My goodness, that's like trying to tackle a Coke machine.
Oh, getting the ball. Solano once again on the carry. He gets down close to first line territory.
Again, the defense of the Konawaena Wildcats are basically on their heels. They've been on the field way too long. They're exhausted. They've spent a lot of energy out here tonight, and Kahuku is relatively fresh.
Up the middle, but not stopped pretty quickly there. It's A.J. Smith once again. The Wildcats had that one figured out.
The big man Smith, the best way and safest way to tackle a man of that girth is to get under him and try to get his legs out from under him and hope that he does not fall on you.
That would hurt.
I think so.
The 3rd and 2, ball on the 6.
He wants the ball again.
Now they don't give it to him. Let's see. They give it. I can't call him Wong. That's Travis Paca. He gets a few yards. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation.
It'll be 4th and 1. Travis Paca carrying, and
time dropping down. 1:36 to go. Kahuku on top, 47-14 over Konawaena here in this quarterfinal state action.
There's number 60, and that's Kauka Lindsay, 6'1", 230-pounder. Look at the arms on that guy. He's played like a warrior. They all have tonight. The Konawaena Wildcats have. They played very hard.
There's a pass play over the middle. I think that was intended there for Adam Kammerer, but it was knocked down, and the Wildcats will take over on the 5-yard line. So that was a good stop by the Wildcats there, Coach.
Here's the Pepsi replay. Again, that ball is just thrown out of the reach. And that was a great defensive play there by Rudy Makchu. Again, that's an all-name candidate. Rudy Makchu.
Rudy Makchu. So, a minute 10 left here in the game. Wildcats march out in their spread offense. We have a different quarterback in there. Eric Rabara carrying the ball. I'm not didn't quite see who that was. Looked like there may have been a fumble, but the Wildcats have it, I believe.
That's Taniela Langi, the 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. And again, Mike, with 52 seconds, 48, 47 seconds and counting, this game is over. Again, nothing to be ashamed of for Konawaena. A well-fought contest. Coach Alkai done a fantastic job here.
And off up the middle. It's Taniela Langi again. He gets a first down. He gets the ball up to the 26, 27-yard line.
Langi, only a sophomore, is going to be a good one. He may be the heir apparent to Stephen Mahilona, and I'm sure Coach Alkai has Langi in his plans for next season, possibly as a running back.
19 seconds left and counting. Oh, he had the ball. I'm not sure who had the ball, but he missed it trying to pick it up. And I think Kahuku got it back.
Kahuku comes up with it with 11 seconds. And let's see what they do here. Basically, they can either take a knee and end the game right here, or they can call one play and end the game as well. Here's the no replay. There's a mad scramble for the ball, a scrum. Here's Sulu Kahelid. That ball is slippery, mind you. And they're on the bottom of the pile. And there's Coach Levi. He's soaking wet. I don't know if they've thrown the water bucket over his head yet.
I think they did.
That's great. That's a terrible feeling, but it's also when you're winning, you don't mind it.
I think the time ran out. We'll have a delay game.
There's Coach Levi again, since taking over for Coach Simones, Coach Doug Simones, who led Kahuku to 4 OIA championships. Coach Levi, after a tough first year, has done a tremendous job on the North Shore and has instilled pride and the winning tradition that has been so familiar over the years at Kahuku. There you see Lane Santiago and Kiala Santiago, Walter Santiago, the assistant coaches for Kahuku.
And a handoff goes to A.J. Smith, and that should run the clock out. And it does. 3, 2, 1. Game's over, Coach.
And there's Coach Levi, who can be proud of his troops. Again, a very dominating performance by the Red Raiders. And the Wildcats have nothing to be ashamed of. They played their hearts out, and they'll be back next year. And people will have to reckon with Coach Alkai's Wildcats. As far as the Red Raiders are concerned, they play the winner of tonight's Baldwin-Farrington matchup next week here, this next Friday at Aloha Stadium, Mike.
That ought to be a great matchup. Kahuku pretty much playing very well in this game. But you're right, Konawaena played their hearts out. They are champions of the BIIF. They just ran up against a team that's playing very well right now, and that's the Kahuku Red Raiders.
There's Mahilona getting some congratulatory hugs from and mutual respect, pats on the back from the Kahuku Red Raiders, who know that they played hard.
So this is the final game of the year for YNI. Our final score here was 47-14. Kahuku Red Raiders over the Konawaena Wildcats. Robert Rivera, our director, Darren Hernandez, Coach Darren Hernandez, thank you very much. I'm Mike Nelson. This has been an Aloha Stadium Stars television production.